I think a lot of engagement tools, marketing technology is all borrowed from other industries. And that's actually a good thing for financial services because we can take things that work and hopefully put them in the context. We don't really need to experiment too much. We just got to make sure it fits in appropriately with the, regulatory landscape and whatever other constraints might be for a given business. So I think that's definitely something that's happened, that's been borrowed. And when it comes to deep product innovation, that's always going to be very specific to financial services. But everywhere in between, I think you have the chance to take the best that's out there in some other industries and bring that into financial services. And then, of course, there's some disruptions that originate in financial services like blockchain that we talked about before. So there's a whole spectrum.
Yeah, I think I forget the exact number, but I think Wall Street spends something like $220 billion or probably more annually in their tech spend. And 65 to 70 cents of every dollar is just maintaining their existing infrastructure and code base. It's like looking down the Grand Canyon, seeing a layer of COBOL and a layer of DOS prompt and a layer of all these different old languages. And so I think that it's been very difficult for the incumbents to actually create too much new stuff that isn't already, that isn't kind of built off what they have already. And so I think now it's going to be interesting that some of these newer technologies, trying to merge them with the old, and the integration right now has been a Band-Aid solution to a large degree, and that has to change. And I think, let's hope that it does sooner rather than later.
It is interesting that the financial services industry was probably the first to seriously use IT as a tool, right? I mean, the only other industry that I can think of that was like a big IT user is in transportation and logistics optimization, right? But those were, if we go back to, the 60s and 70s and even earlier, this is really the industry that caused the creation of a lot of the technologies that underlie, most business intelligence.